the day that we got married. I thought you'd settle down, you love your wife and raise a family, and stop your running round. I knew the honeymoon was over when you stayed more gone than home. And lately I'm not listening, I'm just hanging up the phone.
She said lately
I love you more when you're not at home. Why don't you go back where you came from and leave me and the kids alone?
Quit your hanging around, why don't you head out of town? Just remember when you're gone.
Lately I love you more when you're not at home.
She said I wish you'd quit your drinking and stop you getting stoned. The kids need a mama and daddy, and I need love at home. When you make up your mind and realize where you've always belonged, you can come back to your family. You've got so much love at home.
Lately, I love you more when you're not at home. Why don't you go back where you came from and leave me and the kids alone? Quit your hanging around, why don't you head to town and just remember when you're gone? Lately, I love you more when you're not at home.
She said lately I love you more when you're not at home.
Why don't you go back where you came from and leave me and the kids alone?
Quit your hanging around, why don't you head out of town? Just remember when you're gone.
Lately, I love you more when you're not at home. Lately, I love you more when you're not at home.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
Say down in Santa Fe, why don't you stay for a while? 'Cause it's cold out, the snow is coming down. Maybe we could start us a fire. I remember now her enchanted smile, and I want you to look in her eye. She was a mystery, and she was made for me on that late December night. She's got my head in the clouds, she's got my world spinning around. A dark-haired beauty that I found in her sweet little rodeo town. Hey, I just knew I was passing through. had some fun. I had no reason to stay. I had a long way to go back to Ohio, but I couldn't get her out of my mind. So I turned it around to that rodeo town. I made that dark-haired beauty mine. She's got my head in the clouds. She's got my world spinning around. A dark-haired beauty that I found in her sweet little rodeo town. She's got my head in the clouds. She's got my world spinning around. A dark-haired beauty that I found in her sweet little rodeo town. She's got my head in the clouds. She's got my world spinning around. A dark-haired beauty that I found in her sweet little rodeo town.
That is our good friend Richard Lynch from the Richard Lynch Band. Waynesville, Ohio is where he is from. That is called Rodeo Town. And before that, a good friend of mine by the name of Dennis Ledbetter with the duet from Peggy Nora, I Love You More When You're Not at Home. Boy, I'll tell you what, there's a relationship for you right there, but a great duet nonetheless. And I love the brand new music that Dennis Ledbetter sent over. So thank you for that, my friend. We met each other at the 2016 Nashville Universal Awards, hanging out at the Wild Horse Saloon, November the 7th, almost 5 years ago to the day, just a couple of days away from November the 7th. Welcome to Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, host of the show. We are KICR, Indie Country Radio. I love it more when you're tuned into the program. So for the next 3 hours, we're going to be live on the air with great country music. We started off with a bunch of great traditional country music, and tonight I've got a special guest tonight at 7:30 p.m. Central Time that I'm going to be interviewing my good buddy Kevin Fullen, who makes great traditional country music. So you're going to love the stories behind his great songs as well. That is coming up. But first of all, we want to give a big shout out and thank you to all of our syndicated stations and affiliates that play the show. Great radio stations like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com. That is from Belgium, devilscountryradio.com, itsliferadio.com, lpcountry.com, radiotheking.be, that is also Belgium, WVMIradio.com. We also have realradio.us and my good buddy Mr. Bob Stanley. CountryMusicExpress.co.uk, that is Country Music Express magazine, and Kevin Fullen, who I'll interview tonight. I'm going to thank him for that personally. He was very instrumental in getting us on that program. DownTheRoadRadio.com. There you go. We're on that one now. And coming up next week, the Don Pearson Studios.com, which is Cat Country FM and catcountry.com as well. Let's get back to the great country music now. How about one more traditional country song from my good buddy Marty Chambers? This is called Breaking New Ground. We do that every time we push play on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I remember growing up on the farm. We got up at the break of dawn and worked all day, breaking new ground. And the drought in '03 and a hard winter's freeze brought Daddy to his knees. The bank took the deed, we had to leave, we're breaking new ground. I met the sweetest girl in junior high. It took me a while to catch her eye. She was my first real love, I was breaking new ground. And on graduation day, she moved away. That kind of pain, don't wanna feel again. I nearly went insane, breaking new ground. Breaking new ground is a part of life. Sometimes it cuts like a knife, slicing up bad luck by the pound. And make a silent wish come true, like the very first kiss back in grade school, and life goes on, breaking new ground. I just turned 30, bought daddy's farm back. I didn't need the bank, paid it all in cash. I worked like a dog, I was breaking new ground. I got a little girl and boy, they both bring me joy. She's a tomboy, he's a thinker like Freud. We're the real McCoys, breaking new ground. Breaking new ground is a part of life. Sometimes it cuts like a knife, slicing off bad luck by the pound. And make a silent wish come true, like the first time I heard Daddy, I love you. Life goes on, breaking new ground. As I stand here over this broken ground, Daddy lies there heaven bound. Family and friends are by my side. With heavy hearts we all say goodbye. Breaking new ground is a part of life. Sometimes it cuts like a knife, slicing off bad luck by the pound. Can make a silent wish come true, like the time Daddy said, son, I'm proud of you. And life goes on, breaking new ground. Yeah, breaking new ground is a part of life. Sometimes it cuts like a knife, slicing up bad luck by the pound. And make a silent wish come true, like the time Daddy said, son, I'm proud of you. And life goes on, breaking new ground. Yeah, life goes on, breaking new ground.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
You might have said it first, beat me to the punch, boy. 3 little words that sum up the way you look at me, babe. Saying it right now, it's a little deeper, just when I think I can. I love you more than any storm that's coming. Let the sky keep falling. Yeah, the world's got nothing on us. You won't scare me away, so bring on the rain. I love you more than any tide that's turning. Let the sun keep burning. No, it won't be perfect, but on the worst of our days, that's what I'll mean when I say I love you more. I look into your eyes and my heart starts dancing. Even when we fight, I can't stay mad, 'cause you make me laugh. And to this day it's nothing different. Not that it's a competition, but I love you more than any storm that's coming. Let the sky keep falling. can I say? I love you more. Yeah, I love you more.
Her name is Avery Anna. That is called I Love You More. Well, right back at you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show. If you're just now getting tuned in, we've got some people live in our chat room right now. You can find that on our website, KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. Just double tap that little bubble bouncing around. That is the chat button. Make yourself a free account. Come in and say hello to yours truly and all of the fine folks we have in our chat room so far. And I know there's going to be a lot more to come because we've got a great radio interview coming up here in about 13 minutes and lots more great country music to put on the radio as well. We'll send this next one out to Brian, who is live in our chat room right now. He loves him some Brooklyn Summer, just like I do. 11 years young, this young lady. This is called That Girl on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
See that girl over there with the perfect skin and the perfect hair. She fits into her world just perfectly. Everybody wants to know her name, wanna get her number, wanna play her game, and be invited to her sweet 16 when she looks in the mirror. Bet she don't like what she sees. 'Cause that girl made up, spending all your money, but tomorrow wanna break up. Take a laugh and a big tan and a big Gucci. She's her biggest fan. I wouldn't wanna be that girl. See that girl over there, waiting by the phone, but pretending that she doesn't care. But she just sits there waiting patiently. Everybody tells her he's no good, but she tells herself he's misunderstood. And slowly lets go of her dignity when she looks in that mirror. Bet she don't like what she sees. 'Cause that girl, jaded, lying to her bed, but she's the one that made it. He lies when she cries, barely holds on to a little pride. I wouldn't wanna be that girl. Playing softball with my daddy in the backyard, making wishes on shooting stars. I never wanna be that far from that girl. That
You're listening to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio.
Do you know what you have done to me? With the music and the wine, you've brought back a feeling I thought was lost in time. What did you do to make that happen? I don't have a clue. Do you know what you have done to me? The way I'm feeling says you do. If you hold me any closer, yes, you'll every bit of it I'll breathe. Leave there enough for more kisses, and enough to whisper what I need. As sweet as
discover each other, and inhibitions melt away. If you hold me any closer, baby, there's no telling what I'll say. Tonight is not like any other. Something else took control, touching every hidden fantasy, reaching the corners of our souls, turning moments into hours, stopping time like love will do. Tonight is not like any other. You made me fall in love with you. If you hold me any closer, just you'll every bit of air I breathe. Leave air enough for more kisses, and enough to whisper what I need as we discover each other. Melt away. If you hold me any closer, baby, there's no telling what I'll say. Hold me, hold me, hold me, I don't ever want to leave. Tonight and all that's happened here is the way that love should be. We discover each other, and inhibitions melt away. If you hold me any closer, baby, there's no telling what I'll say. If you hold me any closer, baby, there's no telling what we'll say.
That is brand new music from Lee Vaughn featuring Casey Thompson. That is all the way to us from South Africa, and South African boys can sing. My good buddy Uni Muller posted that on my timeline, and I had to have that song. It is fantastic. Lee Vaughn featuring Casey Thompson, If You Hold Me Any Closer. What a great duet that is. Well, I had a great time last Friday night speaking to these two gentlemen. They are Austin and Brooks from the group 641. That is SIX 40 FORTY, the number 1. Go check them out. Follow them on TikTok. Tell them I sent you over there. This is called Me and Your Memory on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio. New country's best on a finally Friday.
Every stop sign, back road, home game, dance floor, we ain't out there no more, but I think about it. Your brown eyes, Jay's bar, late nights under those stars, we ain't counting them no more, but I think about it. Thought it was worth it, I know we weren't perfect, but we tried to be, chasing forever, said we stay together, it was you and me, yeah, you and me. Now it's just me and your memory gone, but you never leave. I still keep you around whenever I can. I bring you up. I still wish you were here. I know you had to go, but sometimes I wish it could be like it used to be when you were more than a ghost sitting next to me. Sometimes I wish it could be like it used to be, but baby, now it's just me and your memory. Right here in my arms, we stay singing our song. You ain't singing it no more, but it's still playing. Thought we would make it, I wish we could change this need to get out, I need to move out of this town. I need to move out, ain't nothing here for me now. So I need to get out, I need to get out of this town. Now it's just me and your memory gone, gone, but you never leave. I still keep you around whenever I can, I bring you up. I still wish you were here, I know you had to go, but sometimes I wish it could be like it used to be, when you were more than a ghost sitting next to me. Sometimes I wish it could be like it used to be, but baby now it's just me and your memory.
They are the great group 641 and my good buddies Austin and Brooks from a great radio interview last week, and that is called Me and Your Memory, and they sure can sing. I love their style of music, and go check them out, 640 and the number 1. Well, we've got a great radio interview tonight with traditional country music artist Mr. Kevin Fullen. How are you?
Man, I'm doing great, Tim. How are you, sir?
Good to have you. I'm fantastic. Good to have you on the program tonight.
Well, man, I'm glad to be back. I ain't heard your voice in a long time. You went and got married on me and just messed me all up.
Yeah, I know, right?
Congratulations to you and the wife, man. I'm super happy for you.
Thank you very much. She's in the living room, living it up. I'm back here in the studio doing my thing, and she's back there working on quilts while she's listening to the program too. So she just heard that, no doubt.
Well, great.
So thank you very much for that. It's been a whirlwind of a 9-year courtship, and we just made it official.
Well, there you go.
Yep, absolutely.
There you go.
Well, I tell you what, I've been looking forward to this interview tonight. We hit each other up here a while back, and I want to thank you for something too. You were instrumental in getting us on my radio station that has a live player now on countrymusicexpress.co.uk out of the UK, which is Country Music Express magazine. They were looking for a radio station to put on their website, and you recommended us, and they jumped on it. So thank you for that.
You're quite welcome. She's a super, super nice lady.
Yes.
I talked to her several times, and they did the article for me, and that came out last week, I believe.
Yeah, that's awesome.
The week of the 25th, from her magazine. And then she said something to me about a radio station, and I gave her your name and info, and actually I think I called you and asked you if it was okay first. Yeah, yes. And then I'm glad it worked out. I noticed that she put on there, and then I noticed that you had posted on your site also that you were on there. So that's a win-win for everybody, man. That's just awesome. But you deserve it.
Well, thank you very much. And they love the kind of music that we play on the radio overseas.
Yes, they do. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. The traditional country. As back, they still listen to a lot of the 60s and 70s stuff back then. You know, yep. when the bands all had matching outfits and the same scarves and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, it's still really, really big over there. A lot of your artists that were big in the 70s and stuff that are still touring. Almost all of them were still doing tours and stuff over there.
Well, and I was at a theme park here just about 2 weeks ago in Branson, Missouri, where I live, and there was a gal in bell-bottom jeans walking around, so just like they used to do in the 60s and 70s. So that stuff all comes back around again, doesn't it?
Man, oh man, I wish I'd have saved mine. Not.
Right.
Me and bell-bottoms would not look good at all.
I'm having enough trouble trying to fit into my skinny jeans. So
I'm in the middle of a big, I've lost almost 50 pounds in the last 14 weeks.
Hey, congratulations! I had no idea. Awesome.
I got tired of losing my breath when I tied my shoes and going up and down steps. Yeah. And my wife was on the program last July, and she lost about 45 pounds, and she's kept every bit of it off.
Wow.
And they made her a coach for the program, and then now she's a director, and she's been hounding me. And I said, if you can figure out a way to substitute my cream and sugar in my coffee, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, that's me
as
well.
They didn't do that. They didn't do that. And I said, I told her one day, I said, look, it's time. Let's sit down and get everything taken care of and get it ordered and all that. So a week before my food was due to be here, because it's a food program, and a week before my food was due to be here, I told her, I said, I'm going to get rid of soft drinks, and I'll go to black on coffee, because in the program you can have coffee. So that's what I did, and I lost 5 pounds before we even started. I was really worried making that huge change with all of that at once. But
that is awesome.
So it's been 13 weeks Wednesday, and I'm down 48 pounds. I've got 7 more to go, and then we'll see what happens from there.
You know, that can't hurt the music career either, because you can hold those notes a little bit longer, since all that comes from the diaphragm anyways. You know, I took vocal lessons.
I was telling everybody I was using my belly, and they're like, well, no, you ain't using your belly. Your belly's in the way. So we'll see what happens.
There you go.
You know, with the hearing loss issues and stuff that I'd had, you know about it.
Yep.
I am still having a difficult time with the key of E.
Mm-hmm.
I don't sing in the key of E that often, but some of the songs that I do, when we transition to the chorus part of it, I'll have E in there, and I just sing right over it. And I didn't realize it till the last time I went down to record a couple weeks ago. We're actually redoing that particular song next Saturday. Because man, oh man, you talk about a struggle just trying to, and we tried everything we could to go around it. So we're actually just transposing it to it, dropping it a whole step down and going to do it in a whole different key, just to keep me away from that. Because if I have to do it live, that's where when you do it live, the radio, you play with it till you get it right.
Yeah.
And then, but when you do it live, it's all different. So I like to do live what it sounds like on the radio. That's the way I like to hear my music, so that's the way I like to try to do my music. I don't like to change it up.
Well, and isn't that the reason people go to concerts? Because they want to see how you sound live, if it's just as close to can be as how you sound on the radio. I think that's why people go see people in shows.
Honestly, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
I know some people like to see a little bit of variance, and you know, if you go and you're singing along and they change it up on you, then you're just like, you look like a real goober. Singing along, doing it wrong. So I try to get it as close as I can live. Sometimes you can't, because you have different instruments, you know, in the studio sometimes. So, you know, you don't always have a fiddle or mandolin or banjo per chance, or what, you know, harmonica, what have you. So my keyboard player has learned to play 4 different songs on his harmonica, and he looks like an old pro. But he knows 4 songs, and we don't tell nobody that.
Yeah.
Of course, they know now, because I got a big mouth.
That's right. Well, Kevin, I want to talk a little bit about how you got started in the world of country music. I'm looking at your bio, and back in the 80s, you got started and fronted
late 80s, yes, sir.
Yeah, country band, fronted a country band at VW halls and Eagle lodges, Moose lodges, that type of thing. Where are you calling from tonight? Where do you hail from?
I am actually in Shepherdsville, Kentucky, which is about 20 miles outside of south of Louisville, little county here, and I've lived here. We've been in this little town here probably about 15 years, but I grew up in Fairdale, which is a little bit closer. Went to the same high school as Patty Lovelace.
Okay.
I think she was just there a year. They moved around quite a bit, but I never got to meet her. I met her since then, but I never met her while she was there.
Yeah.
But anyhow, yeah, we've been out here about 15 years, and it's not bad. We're far enough from town to say we live in the country, and close enough to the city that we can be in the city if we need to be.
Awesome. Now, you have been in the world of country music for just a little bit then, since the 80s,
yes,
and then you did, due to hearing loss, you took a break from it for a while, and now you've, through technology, been able to kind of make a comeback because of hearing aids and how good they are. And, you know, some of them get up there in price. I know, $2,000-$3,000, maybe more than that. Yeah, so.
Yeah, they sure do. Yeah, you can spend as much as you want to write a check for, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, sir. Back in the late 80s and early 90s, I was going around doing the jamboree halls with the house bands and stuff, and put some guys together. And these guys actually lost their front man. His job moved him, and I just stepped in and took his place. And a couple of months of rehearsal, and he had a much higher voice than I did, so the song choices completely changed from him to what I do. But we were going around doing that, and got divorced, and we had done a pro rodeo circuit with Cripple Creek Rodeo, and they do shows all over the nation, or they did at that time.
Uh-huh.
That's where Reba McEntire kind of got pulled out of the crowd from doing. She was doing the national anthem, and that's where she got her first record label deal, was from doing that.
Wow.
She was known where she was at. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah,
the people that her record label people seen her at one of those rodeos, and that's where they out of Oklahoma. So we did a Cripple Creek Rodeo tour for a little bit, come back and was doing the local jamborees and stuff like that. And then my hearing started going, went through divorce, and got a new job. And you know what? I just a lot of bad deals and a lot of bad choices and trusting the wrong people. And you know from the business exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You take people at face value. Sometimes you put a little bit more trust in them because you get excited about things than what you should. So all those lessons learned, and I just decided, you know what, I'm not even going to do karaoke. So for roughly 25 years, Tim, I didn't do anything. I got remarried, had a son. I coached his baseball and basketball and travel ball and all that stuff. And about 4 years ago, I made a promise to my grandson that if he would finish playing the soccer league that he was in, he was 4.
Mm-hmm.
That if he would finish that I would sing again.
Wow.
So that's what we did. He
awesome.
finished, and I sent a song into America's Got Talent, and made it each step of the way. You go through 7 or 8 steps before you even get anywhere near the live show.
Mm-hmm.
And I made it all the way to I was a male vocalist alternate.
Huh.
If someone couldn't compete, got taken off the show or what have you, then I was the replacement for the male vocals.
Yeah. My vice president, Don Swartz, is in the chat room. He just popped in. He's just outside of Nashville, Tennessee, and he said to tell you hello, and he went to J-Town High School.
He sure did. Yes, he is from J-Town. You are absolutely right.
Yep.
Hello, sir. Good to hear you.
Yep. So that's awesome. And, and I'll tell you off the air, we got some cool things coming up with Louisville, Kentucky that is going to blow your minds. Blew mine already. So
awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
so,
I love hearing good things.
Yeah. So we got some good stuff going on. But you do too as well. And I want to ask you, when you got into country music back in the 80s now, who did you listen to and maybe your dad listened to or your parents that influenced you so much that you said, one of these days I want to do this?
I was an odd child because in the 70s, unless you were from the country and lived out in when my mother remarried, she married a gentleman from Virginia, just on the other side of the West Virginia mountains, and he lived up in the mountains, and he was all your older country guys from back then, bluegrass and all that included. He when we would get in a car from here and drive up there, at that time they didn't have the road through the mountains, so you had to go around, which extended about 3 hours to your drive. And we were in the old 68 Mercury Cyclone. Back then you could still lay in the floorboard, note in the back window or whatever you wanted. And he had 8-track tape after 8-track tape, and he had Conway and Loretta, Tammy and George, Lynn Anderson. That's what he listened to. Gene Watson. One of my favorite from here, and now I'm just drawing complete blank. He's from Kentucky also. Last name is Stewart. You'll think of him
Marty?
before I will. No.
Oh.
No, not Marty Stewart.
Okay.
He's passed away now, but he was big in the 70s, and he had a lot of songs. Pardon me. So that's what we listened to.
Mm-hmm.
8-track tape over and over and over and over and over. And I got to where I could sing a lot of them, and we would go down to Glasgow for we had some family that lived they worked the farm and lived on a farm, lived in a house on the farm. And they would get together once a month, whatever, put a big flatbed out there and throw straw down, and the local guys would come and set up, and it was just a big jam session. And they would always entice me with a quarter or 50 cents or whatever, and I'd go up and sing, oddly enough, Elvis. Didn't sound like Elvis. They probably didn't care. It probably sounded like a sick chicken crowing. But I would get up there and do Elvis, and then it just kind of went from there. So I always liked it. And then the rock and roll come around in the late 70s, and then a lot of those rock and roll bands switched over to what everybody called pop music, your REO Speedwagons and Journeys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
1982, Alabama came out with Feel So Right.
Uh-huh.
And I got hooked on Alabama, and then Randy Travis a couple of years after that, and those two pushed me straight country. I never listened to a rock and roll, anything other than a country station after that.
We have a lot in common, because that Journey, REO Speedwagon, and all that was the stuff I was playing on the radio back in the 80s when I graduated from broadcasting school. And then I met a girl from Oklahoma and spent 20 years down there, and that's when Toby Keith and Garth Brooks, Blake Shelton was coming up, Vince Gill, all those guys from Oklahoma making country music. And
yes, they were.
That was it for me. It had to be country radio from then on out.
A guy sent me a picture today of a tour bus that's for sale that was 1986 was one of Vince Gill's first buses.
Wow. Isn't that
there was a set of 3, and this was the set that the band actually used had 12 bunks in it. But yeah, it was one of his. It's been all redone and everything, but he sent me a bunch of pictures, and it was really, really, I'm not gonna buy it, but it was really, really cool.
That's awesome.
It's red. It's red. I'm a University of Kentucky fan. I can't get a red bus.
Right. Hey, I could go for that. I'm a Chiefs fan, Kansas City.
Well, I'll send the pictures to you.
Today is actually Red Friday. Every Friday before their home games, it's Red Friday. So I could go for that.
There you go. You would work out perfect.
Hey, you mentioned something a little bit ago. You tried out for a talent competition called America's Got Talent, but back in the early 70s and a little bit even later into the 80s, I know there was a show on TV that was very popular, and I know you watched it too. And it was wasn't a talent competition, but a lot of early talent got on there. It was called Hee Haw, that Buck Owens and Roy Clark hosted. Now, Roy Rogers was on there with his wife Dale Evans quite a bit. Garth Brooks got kind of started on Hee Haw, and some of those artists. So that was a neat.
Was on there. George Strait, all of them were on there.
That was a neat program that I remember growing up too, before these talent competitions came along.
Thank goodness you couldn't tape them. You couldn't tape them and rewatch them, because we would have. We watched every week, every Saturday night, I believe it was, they were on, and we watched every single week. Friday night was Dallas, and Saturday night was Hee Haw.
Yep, I used to do the same thing, and then the Porter Wagner show with Dolly Parton on there, and that's how she got her start. It was pretty much being on that show. So. Country music has a long, long history of folks that just, coming up and they were nobodies. And Dolly Parton even said, about herself, it was really hard for people to like her music because of the way she sounded and the style of music that she made. And she took a big risk leaving the Porter Wagner show and going out on her own, and
she did because they had 4 or 5 big hits, duets that they did, had 4 or 5 big hits, but, but she was so much younger than those guys were. She was several years younger than Porter was, but it's worked out for her.
And I was watching just the other day on TikTok while I was scrolling through there, Ralph Emery, who used to be a host of a thing for TNN, I believe it was, the Nashville Network or something like that.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
He was interviewing George Jones and Tammy Wynette after they had gotten divorced. And he's like, how are you guys getting along? She said, we're doing okay, and this and that. And George Jones is sitting there, and Ralph Emery asked him, is there anything you'd like to ask Tammy, if you guys were to get together and hang out? And he goes, would you let me watch Monday Night Football? So that was a big deal back in the 70s too, when Monday Night Football came along. They had Howard Cosell and Dandy Don and Frank Gifford all hosting the program, and that was a major movement back then. But I thought that was pretty cool of a country artist, and me and George would have got along fine because I love football too.
Yeah, well, and Hank Jr. did the theme song.
Yeah, absolutely, for years and years. So, let me ask you this now: in the world of country music, you've got some what we call new songs coming out, but they're traditional country music songs. What inspired you to want to make traditional country music and get the guys together to make it sound that way? Because there's a process to that, isn't there?
There is. There's a, because Alabama has a lot of that traditional sound, but they also have had more of the full band. Everybody sings, not just the harmony part, but they would sing kind of like Larry Gatlin and the Gatlin Brothers. They would all three sing, and not just harmonize or background vocals or what have you. But they did some real fast, upbeat stuff, and I was always just more comfortable with the more traditional sound, steel guitar, fiddle.
Yep. Love
both of them. Some mandolins. I'm not a huge bluegrass fan, but I do like a lot of it. That's just not something I could just sit down and listen to hour after hour. But there is a lot of it that I like, and that's how I met Keith Whitley and Ricky Skaggs when they played bluegrass together.
Oh, nice. We have Rhonda Vincent here in Missouri. She's just about an hour and a half north of me. She moved up around Lake Ozark, around the lake up there. Her and her husband bought a property.
She's amazing.
She's fantastic. I love her.
She has been around a long time, and that lady has paid her dues, and she's getting a lot of accolades of late. And God bless her, she deserves every bit of it.
I haven't seen her schedule for this December, but all of last December, she put on about 30 shows for Christmas at the Andy Williams Moon River Theater because, we lost Andy Williams. I guess it's been back in 2014. It doesn't seem like it's been that long already.
I know, in 8 years.
But,
almost 8 years.
His theater's been putting on a lot of different shows, and she was there for a whole week last Christmas, and I know those are some fantastic shows, and I used to see them on Facebook Lives and everything, getting ready to do those shows. So she's kind of almost local here, and I still have not met her, but she's one bluegrass person I would love to meet.
She's really good. She's got a great voice, and she really puts on a good show. I've seen her once. Actually, she did a thing at Richard Lynch's place.
Yeah, and I just played him before we got on the air tonight. Well, as soon as we got on the air tonight, I played him as the second song tonight because I know he's a great traditional country music artist. And
yes, he is. He's only about two. We have the same promoter.
Okay.
We had now he's not with Randy Hayford now, but he was, and that's how I met Randy, was through Richard. I met Richard when he played at a club here, a couple miles from my house, and we actually are from when I was in high school. My father retired military. He and his wife at that time moved back to Ohio, where he's from, and he's a stone throw from Richard Lynch and Randy Hayford both, right there in that same little county. And so I knew a lot of the same places that they were playing, and I got in touch with him one day on Facebook, or actually Donna, his wife. He's not on Facebook himself.
Yep.
And he talked to me on the phone for about an hour and a half one day. They were on their way to set up for a show, and it was on a Friday night, and I just pulled over into a parking lot and talked to him, and man, oh man, that guy shared some information with me and some do's and don'ts, and because I was just starting out. It's been about 3 years now, and I sent him a couple songs I just went in the studio and done. One was a cover song by Mark Chestnut and called Let It Rain, and I sent him that, and then I sent him one I think you're going to play here in a minute, a song that was written by Freddie Hart, While the Feeling's Good. So I sent him those two, and they were getting ready to go on we're getting ready to head to Texas and do a 10-day Texas tour, mini tour in South Texas, and then from there they were going on a 7-day cruise, and they were performing on their cruise, and he invited us to come on the cruise, and I knew it was going to be easy sell to my wife because for 20-some years she'd been trying to get me to take her on a cruise.
Yep.
So
I've never been on one of those.
Let's go on a cruise in February. So that's what we did, and I got to go up and sing with the band, and man, but at dinner at night we would go out on the balcony there on the 5th floor, and 4 or 5 people would have guitars or a banjo or whatever, and we would play 2 or 3 hours, and there would be more people gathered around us there than there was at the shows.
Yep. I'm looking forward to interviewing Richard this month, in a few weeks, actually. It's going to be our 6th radio interview, and we met him and his lovely wife, Donna, about 1.5 years ago when they came to Springfield, Missouri, and did a show. I missed the show because of doing radio, but we hooked up with them the next day at a Denny's restaurant and had breakfast together, and they're fantastic.
I tell you what, they're fantastic people. Fantastic people.
And him and Rhonda Vincent have a great duet together called Back in Love Again, and I might just have to play it tonight now that we're talking about it. So
they absolutely do.
Yep. You've got a great single we're getting ready to play called While the Feeling's Good. Tell us again, you just told us who wrote it.
Freddie Hart.
Freddie Hart
wrote it. Yes, sir. He wrote it back in 1974, I believe it was. He wrote it for he wrote 3 or 4 big. Freddie Hart, you probably know exactly who he is. He's written several big hits. He was one of the major songwriters in the 70s and early 80s. He wrote 3 number 1 hits for Kenny Rogers, and he wrote this song for Kenny Rogers. Kenny Rogers recorded it. It was on the backside of a 45. He never released it. And then Wayne Newton went in and recorded it.
Wow.
And he never released it. And a guy that I got to be good friends with is from Oklahoma, but he was one of the main, his band was one of the main bands here in the 70s all the way up to the late 80s, early 90s. Mike Lunsford and the Whiskey River Band. Well, Mike Lunsford recorded that song, and he released it, and it made top 25 regionally. And he made some people mad in Nashville, and that just kind of kaputted anything he had going on as far as Nashville career. But he's one of the most pure country artists. Anyhow, long story short, anytime I would go watch them play, he would make me come up and sing a Keith Whitley song with him. And I told him, if I ever got in a position to record, that I wanted to record that song. And so I did, but then I couldn't do anything with it because I hadn't gotten any of the licensing or anything for it. And he had passed away, and the two writers of it, Freddie Hart and the other gentleman, I don't recall his name, Roger Bowling. Roger Bowling, and they had both passed away. So with BMI and ASCAP, it goes into an archives, and it's hard, really, really hard to get. So, because it's just, once it's out there like that, and the people that are involved in it are gone, then it just sits there. So I finally, after a year and a half, finally got licensing for it. It was a nightmare to make happen, but it got done. So you got the finished product now, and we actually had. There's back in the 70s, country music usually started with a pretty long guitar intro. And to make it a little bit more modern, we took that out and put steel guitar in at the very beginning of the song, and then added it throughout the song. And then we added fiddle guitarist to me. We added fiddle and steel guitar both to that song to make it a little more modern and a little more pure country sound.
Well, let's push play on it and see how the folks like it. You're blowing
I
up.
hope they do.
You're blowing
Thank
up
you
the
very
chat
much.
room tonight with the stories you're telling. They are absolutely loving it in the chat room, because that's why I love doing these interviews too, is to hear the stories behind these songs. And
Well, you get me talking, you're in trouble.
I don't know anything that Wayne Newton ever recorded, but I know he owned like Las Vegas or something, didn't he? Pretty much.
Yeah, that's what they call him, is Mr. Las Vegas. And I can't think. He had 2 or 3 big hits, but that was all. He's a showman.
Lula's got some Freddie Hart on 8-track, she says.
Oh my! Well, hey, how you doing, lady?
Yeah.
I'm not on the chat room in front of me, but hi, I remember her from a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah, she's in here on every show. So
yes, she's always there.
She's chatting it up with the folks in here. Well, let's push play and let them hear Kevin Fullen sing. This is called "While the Feeling's Good" on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Take your gown out of the closet, put it on, that's why I bought it. Come stand in front of me and let me see. Take the warm smile that you're wearing, place it on these lips that's burning, to share the fire you built inside of me. Turn the light down in the bedroom, pull the sheet down from the pillow. When we're like this, love's easy, understood. Let's walk through this house we live in, to the room we always love in, and let's love each other while the feeling's good. With all my will, I promise, with all of me, I'll love you. This feeling that I've got just grows and grows. I can't stop this wanting you, and
I can't stop my needing you no more than I can stop the wind that blows. I'll hold on to your sweet loving long as we both have this feeling. I'll love you every way I know is good. Let's walk through this house we live in to the room we always love in, and let's love each other while the feeling's good. While the feeling's good, let's keep it going. While the love is good, let's keep it growing. So let's walk through this house we live in to the room we always love in, and let's love each other while the feeling's good. While the feeling's good.
His name is Kevin Fool, and that is called While the Feeling's Good, and that is really, really well done. They are loving it in the chat room. I'm loving hearing it in my ears. Well, my headphones wrapped around my neck while I'm talking to you, so it's sounding good, my friend.
Well, I appreciate that. That song means a lot to me just because I got to be really good friends with him.
Yeah.
And you know, it doesn't hurt that it was written by Freddie Hart.
No.
Like I said, he had several big hits that he wrote. I think he was in on Coward of the County. He may have been in on Lucille. A couple of Kenny Rogers songs, and then Donka Shane is the big song by Wayne Newton that made him famous.
Wow.
Not even sure what all that means, but whatever. He's as Mr. Vegas, he and Tom Jones. But yeah, they that song, it means a lot to me, and I was glad that I was able to go in and record it and then get the licensing and stuff for it. So we've got 4 more songs to record, and hopefully that will complete the very first album. This project's been 4 years in the making, so hopefully we get that done and we can get that out as an album instead of just singles here and there.
That is awesome. Well, congratulations on it, my friend. And I tell you what, the stories behind these songs, the music moves people too, but when they get to hear the artist and you tell your story behind it and all of the history that you know in the world of country music blows my mind, because we talk all the time. And
yes, sir.
yeah, so you know, you are the real deal, and that's what I love about the indie artist and getting to put you guys on the program.
Oh man, I appreciate it, and you guys doing what you do on a daily basis and weekly basis is phenomenal. And without you guys, we wouldn't be here. So I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told you 2 years ago, man. Thank you so much for coming back and doing this.
You are very welcome.
I know you gave it up, and I'm really, really glad that you're back doing it.
I know that you've got a meal on hold and you're out on a date night with your wife, so get back in there.
She's probably in there with some other fella now. There ain't no telling.
Well, somebody's going to be buying dessert one way or the other.
Well, I guess it's going to be stuck on me, but that's okay. As long as Mama's happy, we're all, you know, I'll get put 2 feet on the floor in the morning instead of rolling out of bed. So
there you
it's all
go.
good.
Well, thank you for your time tonight, and tell the wife and everybody we said hello. And don't be a stranger. Keep in touch, and let's get you back on the program first of next year. I'm booking for January if you want a slot for that, or February, and we'll come back and talk some more, because I know there's a song that we're going to get from you through Randy Hayford that I haven't got, so we can come back and talk about it as well. Always
yes,
glad to have you.
That song been riding number 2. On one of the actual the big independent charts. Been riding at number 2 for 11 weeks. Can't seem to break over number 1, but by golly, it made top 5. And that and the song that we had released prior to that went number 1. They're written by the same guy, Larry McGlure, out of New York, and he's got 4 more that I want to record.
Yep.
That we obligated to the ones we're recording next weekend, and then the ones that he's got. We're going to finish the album up with at least 2 of those. So I'll have four of his songs on my first release, and I'm really, really excited about it.
That'll be awesome. I look forward to hearing them. And until we meet again, my friend. And that's the that's the title of this next song I'm going to play. What a coincidence!
Yes, it is. Yeah, how about that,
Kevin?
Yeah, that song's been great for me, man. And I tell you, it's a tearjerker song. I'll give you a second. I had lost my best friend, 2 brother-in-laws, and a grandson in about a year and a half time. And when when he sent me this song, it took me about 2 months to convince him that I needed to be the one to record it, because he had written it for the same type reason that it meant so much to me. And we recorded it, and they debuted it in Texas, which was the first time I'd been on their Texas station. It took me a year and a half to get in there. And then somehow we managed to sweep in there and steal a major award out of the state of Texas with that song.
There you go.
That song has been a blessing, and it still gets me teary-eyed just about every time I hear it.
Yeah. Well, it's an awesome song. We're getting ready to play it right now. And thank you for your time again tonight. Have a great weekend, and we'll see.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll see you again real soon on the radio.
Miss Lulu, it's good to see you, and I love you, baby. I'll talk to you guys soon.
We love you too. Have a good night.
Care, brother.
This is Kevin Fullen, KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best, hour number 2.
I think I saw you smile at me, sitting in your favorite chair. And it's obvious to everyone but me that you're not really there. You left without a warning, and you never said goodbye. You're at the door, you're on the phone, but there's no one on the line. So I guess I'll just pretend until we meet again. So I rearrange your pictures, kiss them each good morning and good night. And it's hard to fill this empty room. I guess I'm just doing time. He took you for a reason, and I try to understand. But for me, there's just the loneliness of a broken-hearted man. And this heart will never mend, no, until we meet again. Until we meet again, I'll be counting every day till we're together. And when I finally close my eyes, I know that I'll be holding you forever. From the solitary moment that we met, you were all I ever knew. And how I wish to God that you were here and I was lying next to you. He took you for a reason, and I try to understand. But for me, there's just this loneliness of a broken-hearted man. And this heart will never mend, no, until we meet again. Until we meet again. Until we meet again.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
She's a wake-up call at 6 a.m. and I'm a snooze button getting hit again. Cut off them lights and crawl back to bed. Now I've tried my best to understand why she picked a honky-tonkin' guitar man. I just can't get that thought on out of my head. Yeah, she puts the 10 in Tennessee. She's everything I'll ever need, good as it gets, and it's ever gonna be. Dancing around with her two left feet. Now I pray, oh my good Lord, don't ever let her leave. She's singing along while the radio plays her favorite song by King George Strait. Check yes or no, and I'm gonna love her to my grave. It's as good as it gets, better than I thought it could be. 'Cause for whatever reason she loves me. Now I've been known to run around, but these days I don't leave the house, 'cause she's everything I need to have a real good time. She's as good as it gets, and it's ever gonna be. Dancing around with her two left feet. Now I pray, oh my good Lord, don't ever let her leave. She's singing along while the radio plays her favorite song by King George Strait. Check yes or no, and I'm gonna love her to my grave. It's as good as it gets, better than I thought it could be. 'Cause for whatever reason she loves me. Yeah. She loves me. She's a Jack and Coke on a front porch swing, and I'm a sucker for a woman from Tennessee. Good as it gets, and it's ever gonna be. Dancing around with her two left feet. Now I pray, oh my good Lord, don't ever let her leave. She's singing along while the radio plays her favorite song by King George Strait. Check yes or no, and I'm gonna love her to my grave. It's as good as it gets, better than I thought it could be. 'Cause for whatever reason she loves me. Oh, she loves me. She loves me. She loves me.
His name is Hayden Kaufman. That is called Good As It Gets. Kicking off hour number 2 of today's country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show, KICR Indie Country Radio. We are live right now on our website every Thursday and Friday night after 7 p.m. Central, KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. Well, good as it gets, I don't know. We've got a lot more great country music. Every time I push play, ladies and gentlemen, it just gets better and better and better. How about a brand new song from what folks are calling the next George Strait? His name is Randall King from the state of Texas. This song just dropped late last night, early this morning. It is called You in a Honky Tonk from Randall King on today's country from KICR Indie Country Radio on a finally Friday.
Cotton flannel on a front porch swing, leather jacket and some tight blue jeans. Don't get me started on the things I think when you're wearing nothing but them soft white sheets. Yeah. Listen, baby, you can put on anything, but what drives me crazy is seeing you in a honky tonk. The way you're slipping that neon on, girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. Nothing turns your body like a long black dress. It's tailor-made for your silhouette. Nothing steals my breath like seeing you in a honky-tonk. The way you're slipping that neon on. Girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. But nothing turns me on like you. In a honky-tonk, sipping and swaying and singing. Girl, all I'm saying is it fits you like a glove. Listen, baby, you can put on anything, but I just go crazy seeing you in a honky-tonk. The way you're slipping that neon on. Girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. Nothing turns me on like you. In a honky-tonk. The way you're slipping that neon on. Girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. But nothing turns me on like you. In a honky-tonk. Oh, in a honky-tonk. In a honky-tonk.
Nobody knows new country
Like we know new country.
Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
I bet you never guess who I saw tonight. Guess you didn't see me in those low dim lights. I knew who she was by the ring still on her hand. Sure looked like you still wanted to be her man. So I guess that means that things are better. Must not be so bad at home. I thought it looked like you were leaving, but it don't. And I heard you tell her you still love her. So it doesn't matter what you say. I saw it all from a table away. I thought she was pretty. She's nothing like the things you said. The woman you described couldn't even turn your head. Two of you love lost inside a
Her name is Sunny Sweeney. She will be performing tomorrow night live at the Southbound Bar and Grill in Springfield, Missouri. Tickets are only $10 if there's any left. I don't know about that. I've got another gig tomorrow night, or I sure would be there. It's going to be a great, great show. I love the new women of country music. Miss Sunny Sweeney. She's going to be performing with this next artist I'm getting ready to play on the radio. Her name is Erin Enderlin. This is called I Can Be Your Whiskey on Today's Country from KICR. Indie Country Radio, new country's best on this finally Friday.
Head pulled down, eyes on the floor. Every night you come back for more. Order of Maker's own eyes, chase it with a lucky strike. I can be your whiskey, I can be your cigarette. I can drown the memory that you're trying to forget. If your loving cup needs filled up, she left you bone dry empty. Baby, I can be your whiskey. My love's stronger than 90 proof. Just wait and see what one kiss can do. And if you think it's too good to believe, don't worry, baby, 'cause it's rounds on me. I can be your whiskey, I can be your cigarette. I can drown the memory that you're trying to forget. If your loving cup needs filled up, she left you bone dry empty. Baby, I can be your whiskey. Baby, I can be one more chance, you one more try. My love can get you so high. I can be your whiskey, I can be your cigarette. I can drown the memory that you're trying to forget. If your loving cup needs filled up, she left you bone dry empty. Baby, I can be your whiskey. Baby, I can be your whiskey.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it. Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do.
Today's country.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
Yesterday's dirty dishes sitting at the table with us.
Stopped by for a smoke and a beer a couple hours ago, but you're still here. Fish sticks and mayonnaise, bush lights in a purple haze. Ain't a thing that I would trade for these moments with you, dear. I wanna bottle you up, I wanna take you home, I wanna put you on a hanging shelf, nice and close, so I could take you down when I'm feeling blue. Pour myself a big old glass of me and you. I wanna bottle you up. Looking like you crawled out of bed, tangled up in a spider web. You probably got a pounding head, last night's smoke on your breath. But you're sure looking pretty to me. You're like a tank of gasoline. Light a match within 10 feet and I bet you'd start to scream. I wanna bottle you up, I wanna take you home, I wanna put you on a hanging shelf, nice and close, so I can take you down when I'm feeling blue. Pour myself a big old glass of me and you. I wanna bottle you drop by here every week, bumming beers and heads of weed. We sit around and we shoot the breeze with little cups of homemade wine. My daddy used to make a homemade brew, Mama used to drink it too. They get drunk in the afternoon and they dance in the living room. I wanna bottle you up, I wanna take you home, I wanna put you on a low hanging shelf, nice and close, so I can take you down when I'm feeling blue. Pour myself a big old glass of me and you. I wanna bottle you up.
His name is Joe Stamm, S-T-A-M-M, with the Joe Stamm Band, and that is called Bottle You Up. Well, this show is good enough to bottle up so far, and we're only about halfway done. Another 90 minutes of the best in new country music is straight ahead. I want to welcome Ken Meakin to our live chat room tonight. How are you, my friend? He is from the UK and sends me lots of great country music to play on the radio. My email just blows up with great people like him and a bunch of others, and I have to decipher what I'm going to play tonight, and that's the hardest job in radio. I've got over 1,500 songs to choose from, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, but we're going to debut a brand new one right now. This is from the Atlantic Project. It is called The Moon and the Sun. We'll send this over to Ken, who sent it to me, right here on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Waking up from the night before, and you're still here in my arms. I don't want the night to end, just like a favorite song. I've waited so long for this. Is it the alignment of the stars? witness of the moon last night, sharing the warmth. When the sun comes up, are you gonna feel the same? When the sun comes up, are we both to blame? What is going to happen now? Empty bottle, the genie has gone. 'Cause what we had got to end, for me is just the start. Where do we go from here? Life is torn, there will be scars. In the light of the day, I'm still here, calm before the storm. When the sun comes up, are you gonna feel the same? When the sun comes up, are we both to blame? Like the force of the moon to the pull of the tide, that's my love for you, I could never hide. Like the warmth of the sun to the fruits of the tree, I will stand by you, we will make it be. When the sun comes up, are you gonna feel the same?
New country sounds like this.
Talk to me, Texas. I'm proud of where I've been.
And this.
I don't wanna be a good time girl, arm around my shoulder, shutting down your favorite bar.
And this.
99 Halo couldn't take you away.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR, Indie Country Radio.
It's never tasted quite like this, burning down with every sip, innocence and inhibitions lost, crashing through my paper walls, taking over, take it all. Oh, to hell with consequence or cost. Oh, I'm already gone, so go ahead and wreck me now, tear me to pieces, wear me down, throw my defenses to the ground, keep stealing my sleep, go on and make my heart a mess. I think you might be the death of me, but honestly, baby,
Her name is Jamie O'Neal. That is her latest single. It is called Wreck Me, and she is fantastic, isn't she? Had a big hit on radio years ago called There Is No Arizona. I believe there is. I've been there, and my niece and uncle live there as well. So there's that. But anyway, there is Jamie O'Neal, and that song is a hit right there. That's the kind we play on Indie Country Radio, KICR. Mr. Cody Hibbert is a hit as well. He is from Adair, Oklahoma. This is called Just for the Record on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on a finally Friday.
Just for the record, the reason you ain't heard from me is I've been trying to find the right words, and it ain't been easy. Just for the record, I know it's long overdue, but I gotta get this off my chest the only way I know how to. Yeah, girl, this one's for you. Some songs are meant for the radio, some songs are meant for a party crowd, some songs you put on a back row mixtape, some songs you gotta crank up loud. But here's a few chords and the truth about how I ain't me without you, and how right now I'm wishing we were back together. This one's just for the record. Just for the record, I wouldn't take back one kiss, I wouldn't change one thing about you, wouldn't undo one thing we did. I know all that don't matter now, you got your life all figured out, and I'm just out here on the road with a bottle of Jack and a guitar, singing to no one. Some songs are meant for the radio, some songs are meant for a party crowd, some songs you put on a back row mixtape, some songs you gotta crank up loud. But here's a few chords and the truth about how I ain't me without you, and how right now I'm wishing we were back together. This one's just for the record. So I don't forget about your blue eyes and how it feels to live with my regrets. Some songs are meant for a midnight drive, some songs are meant for a country crowd, some songs you put on a back row mixtape, some songs you gotta crank up loud. But here's a few chords and the truth about how I ain't me without you, and how right now I'm wishing we were back together. This one's just for the record. Yeah, yeah, just for the record.
Coming up, more new country music than you can shake a mouse at on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Never got me far with a whiskey glass half empty, and I play it all through my mind, singing just to make you smile, so you'll miss me and maybe kiss me. And I don't wanna change or stay the same, I wanna let you go, I wanna make you stay, I wanna sing along, and I wanna hold my tongue what I'm trying to say. 'Cause baby, I'm not alright, but I'm okay.
country music duo from the state of Texas. They are Shotgun Rider, and that is called I'm Not All Right. Well, I am all right. I hope you're all right too, and I hope you're having an all right time tonight joining this party on KICR Indie Country Radio. It is a fun one tonight. The music is pretty darn good as well, isn't it? Let's keep that going right now. How about my good friend Matt Jordan? This is called 5th of July on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Fresh out of high school, fresh out of pride. For there used to be magic of Friday night lights. Looking for something we found in a backseat. Promises made and heart skipping beats. We burned hot and we burned fast. We had nothing to lose. But you can't make a match strike last on a short fuse. On the tail end of summer where dreams go to die. We didn't go down in flames, no, we lit up the sky. We were late to the game like fireworks on the 5th of July. With the doors off and top down till the real world started. 90 miles an hour, wild-eyed and hard-hearted. It was us against the clock, that sun going down. Earlier each night till the birds flew south. Your lips turned from a kiss to a whisper goodbye. Kept in touch till we didn't know more, just to say that we tried. On the tail end of summer where dreams go to die. We didn't go down in flames, no, we lit up the sky. We were late to the game like fireworks on the 5th of July. On the tail end of summer where dreams go to die. We didn't go down in flames, no, we lit up the sky. We were late to the game like fireworks on the 5th of July. Like fireworks on the 5th of July.
There was one man, Tim Kelly, and there was only one radio station, Indie Country Radio.
If you got a floorboard that needs 2 feet, a voice is calling shotgun, a hand right there to reach across the center console and hold on to your knee. Well, I know a girl. If you got a stretch of beach somewhere in Carolina that needs pink painted toes on a towel out babe beside you while the whole world in the sunset all goes flying by you, I know a girl. I know a girl. About you, no girl can hardly breathe around you. She ain't halfway across the country, now she's closer than you think. If you want someone who wants to give you everything, lonesome street full of crazy family who need someone to meet. So your mom can tell her friends, oh, you love her, she's so sweet. I know a girl, I know a girl, I know a girl who loses sleep about you. I know a girl can hardly breathe around you. She ain't halfway across the country, now she's closer than you think. If you want someone who wants to give you everything, I know a If you got a good guy that still needs a kiss, if you got a heart that needs someone to miss, I know a girl who loses sleep about you. No girl can hardly breathe around you. She ain't halfway across the country, now she's closer than you think. If you want someone who wants to give you everything, I know a girl if you're looking for forever. No girl, ain't nobody knows you better. She ain't halfway across the country, now she's closer than you think. If you want someone who wants to give you everything, I know a girl. Hey, I know a girl. I know a girl. I know a girl.
Her name is Marin Taylor, and that is called I Know a Girl. My name is Tim Kelly. I know a girl that charted 9 #1 singles with her former record label Curb Records. Now she has her own independent record label. It is called Dreambound Records. Her name is Jo Dee Messina. Perhaps you've heard of her. This is called Love on a Maybe from Jo Dee Messina on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
You say, don't be mad at you, but what am I supposed to do? I can't keep wasting space in my heart. You get close and then you push away. Your car is back in my driveway. You know what to say. I hope you stay. Can't come back around, can't come back around. Getting my hopes up just to tear 'em down. I don't need you for a minute. Don't stand there telling me you're in it, 'cause I need you to show me you won't leave me hanging. No, I
country sounds like this.
Hey moon, I'm giving it all that I got. Hey moon, I'm down to my last shot.
And this.
Gonna be the strong one, still standing when the hell comes.
And this.
Hey, pretty boy, you were pretty sure it was gonna work out for you.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Somebody's gotta win, somebody's gotta lose. It's not a thing we get to choose. Somebody's got to. When you fall in love like lovers do, somebody's gotta help you right up to two. They got to. Somebody's gotta give, somebody's gotta take this heart of mine, steal it away. Somebody's got to. See the stars up there in the moonlit sky. Somebody's gotta count them with me tonight. They got to. If somebody's gotta get dressed up, if somebody's gotta pick me up and tell me that they love me, put no one else above me. If somebody's gotta hold my hand, be the one I get to call my man and wrap me in their arms and never leave. Oh, if somebody's got to, then I want that somebody to be you. That old blue Ford sitting in your drive, somebody's gotta crank it up and take it for a ride. They got to. And there's a George Strait song on a burned CD. Somebody's gotta put it in and play it for me. They got to. And somebody's got to be the one who I can love, keep dreaming of tonight. If somebody's gotta get dressed up, if somebody's gotta pick me up and tell me that they love me, put no one else above me. If somebody's gotta hold my hand, be the one I get to call my man and wrap me in their arms and never leave. Oh, if somebody's got to, then I want that somebody to be you. Somebody that'll treat me right, love me for the rest of my life. Somebody that'll hold my hand, be with me to the end. Somebody's gotta get dressed up, if somebody's gotta pick me up and tell me that they love me, put no one else above me. If somebody's gotta hold my hand, be the one I get to call my man and wrap me in their arms and never leave. Oh, if somebody's got to, if somebody's got to, if somebody's got to, then I want that somebody to be you. Somebody to be you.
That is a brand new single from the band Macmillan. It is called Somebody's Got To. Yes, I followed them on TikTok, and last night I saw that promo to the brand new single. It was about 15 seconds long, maybe a little bit longer, and yours truly had to go get it. Now we have 3 of their songs, and we can put them on next week's show on a Triple Play Thursday edition of Today's Country with Tim Kelly. That's going to be a great show. I'm looking forward to it already next week, and more fun interviews as well. This next gentleman has a brand new single out. We are good friends. His name is Blaine Holcomb. This is called Beer Tastes Better. Who knew? Here I am sitting here drinking water. Water on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Liquor store on Baker Street, crossing our fingers on a fake ID. Somehow Joe pulled off, he was 25. We met up for one more party. Tom was leaving for the army. Lit up that fire and went all night. The last time the boys were all together made the beer taste better. Summertime rolled around, driving through town with the windows down. Temperature says 95. Six-pack on a Saturday, laid out on a riverbank. Sure gets hot here in July. Something about that kind of weather made the beer taste better. There are moments in my life when it hits me just right, like a cover band in a smoky bar. Mama tried and you're cheating hard. Songs like that live on forever and make the beer taste better. The drink she served got me drunk, and when she smiled I fell in love. She put her number in my phone. She worked late on Tuesday nights. I'd stick around till closing time so she wouldn't be alone. Ever since the night I first met her, the beer tastes better. There are moments in my life when it hits me just right. Grandpa drank 'em from the can. Sure do miss that man. But someday we'll be back together, where the beer tastes better. Where the beer tastes better. Someday we'll be back together, where the beer tastes better.
Best in New Country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I wouldn't let down my walls, I wouldn't let myself fall, I wouldn't risk it all on love again. I wouldn't pick up the phone, I wouldn't drive through the night, I wouldn't answer the door at 3 a.m. No, I wouldn't, no, but I would for you, give you all of my time, lay my heart on the line, I'd even walk through a fire. I would for you, be the strong when you're weak, be the truth you believe, be the more than you need. I would for you, I would for you, I wouldn't dare hold my breath for as good as it gets, bet on all I have left so easy. I wouldn't drop all my plans, I wouldn't lie to my friends, no, I've never done that, but I would for you, give you all of my time, lay my heart on the line, I'd even walk through a fire. I would for you, be the strong when you're weak, be the truth you believe, be the more than you need. I would for you.
Her name is Lauren Dusky. That is called I Would For You. And what a way to kick off hour number 3 of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. KICR, Indie Country Radio. New Country's Best is live on the air every Thursday and Friday night. We hit the air at 7 p.m. Central Time for Branson, Missouri, the live entertainment capital of the world. This next artist recently got his wish to perform in that little circle on the Grand Ole Opry stage at the Ryman Auditorium. Congratulations to Mr. Dylan Carmichael, the nephew of one Mr. John Michael Montgomery and Eddie Montgomery of Montgomery Gentry. His latest single is called Hot Beer on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Girl, I knew it was a matter of time before you got down up, pulled into my drive and apologized 'cause the other night you went crazy. You said you're just here to collect your stuff. Now you're crying and you're talking about making up like you wanna come back. Let me think about that now, baby. Well, I'd rather drink a hot beer, build a fire in the pouring rain, burn all of my fishing gear, then set sail in a hurricane, or go hunting with an empty gun, and see a once in a lifetime deer, or work a Saturday just for fun, and come home and drink a hot beer. I'm sorry if it sounds kinda overboard, but you cheated and you lied and you wrecked my Ford, so you might as well stay there on the porch now, honey. If you wanna know the odds of another try, they're about the same as a tractor flying. Quit your laughing, girl. I ain't trying to be funny. I'd rather drink a hot beer, build a fire in the pouring rain, burn all of my fishing gear, then set sail in a hurricane, go hunting with an empty gun, and see a once in a lifetime deer, or work a Saturday just for fun, and come home and drink a hot beer, come home and drink a skunk. Oh, totally not cold, flat and scratch 'cause it's done been rolled in the back of the bed with the trash and the tools. Hell, I'd even pop an old dose. Oh, yeah. Hey. I'd rather drink a hot beer, turn it up and take a long sip. Hell, I'd even take a big swig of Uncle Bubba's old dip spread. Go hunting with an empty gun, see a once in a lifetime deer, work a Saturday just for fun. Come home and drink a hot beer, come home and drink a hot beer.
New and exciting.
Broadcasted live from Spreaker.com and iHeartRadio.
I heard a story from the Bible when I was just a little girl, about a broken-hearted woman who met the Savior of the world. Thought it was just another story, one that the preacher man would read. But as I'm sitting here at home, drinking red wine all alone, I think that woman might be me. 'Cause tonight I feel just like the woman at the well, wondering how someone empty bottle. I swear I caught a glimpse of him. He met me right there at the bottom and turned that wine to living water and taught me how to love again. Yeah, tonight I feel just like the woman at the well. Wondering how someone could love me when I can't love myself. But you want me as I am, and that sounds crazy. I guess maybe that's why grace is so amazing. It's no longer just a story when I read it, 'cause I've seen him for myself and I believe it. 'Cause tonight I feel just like the woman at the well. Wondering how someone could love me when I can't love myself. But you want me as I am, and that sounds crazy. I guess maybe that's why grace is so amazing. Just like the story from the Bible I heard when I was just a girl. I'm the broken-hearted woman who met the Savior of the world.
Her name is Olivia Lane, and that is called Woman at the Well. How about the women of country music? Aren't they fantastic? I love that song as well, and it's getting a lot of good reviews instantly in our live chat room. The ladies of country, or the ladies that love country that hang out in this chat room, love that song as well. Well, I love this next gentleman's music, and he will be interviewing with me on December the 9th at 7:30 p.m. on KICR Indie Country Radio. His name is Mark Owens. This is called Broken Promises on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio. New country's best on this finally Friday.
I was riding around downtown when I saw you with him. I don't know what went wrong, and I don't know when. You were my kind of crazy, you were the only girl. So how could you just turn around and destroy my whole world? 'Cause I seen you with him, cuddled up, tangled up, cheating again. How could I have been so blinded by your lies, your games, and your broken promises? Now you say that you changed, I was a gullible guy. I let you lead my heart out on the line, but you played me like these guitar strings. I think it's time you give me back my ring, 'cause I seen you with him, cuddled up, tangled up, cheating again. How could I have been so blinded by your lies, your games, and your broken promises? Seen you with him, cuddled up, tangled up, cheating again. How could I have been so blinded by your lies, your games, and your broken? 'Cause I seen you with him, cuddled up, tangled up, cheating again. How could I have been so blinded by your lies, your games, and your broken promises?
listening to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio.
I thought that a woman would live forever. I guess I grew up, but I swear she never grew old. Sometimes I put on a favorite sweater when I'm all alone and the world feels cold. She'd say you should have known me when I was 20, when life was a long road ahead with no end. I was a fast car riding pretty, but I had a ball and I'd do it all again. Remember me beautiful, remember me young, remember me smiling with my face towards the sun. Remember me happy when you remember what was. Oh, but most of all, remember my love. I don't think I ever heard her talk about dying. She was just too busy living every day. When I want to call her up and I can't stop crying. If heaven had a phone, I'm sure she'd say, remember me beautiful, remember me young, remember me smiling with my face towards the sun. Remember me happy when you remember what was. Oh, but most of all, remember my love. I told her she could go if she was ready, and I promised her that we'd all be okay. She needed me, so I was strong and steady. I leaned in close and I hope she heard me say, remember me beautiful, remember me young, remember me smiling with my face towards the sun. Remember me happy when you remember what was. Oh, but most of all, remember my love. Remember my love.
She got to perform that single a few months ago at the Grand Ole Opry at the Ryman Auditorium in that circle as well. Her name is Brandy Clark. That is called Remember Me Beautiful, and she is still on the Who You Thought I Was tour that started this summer. If she comes to a town near you, I would go see Miss Brandy Clark. She is super, super talented and worth the price of admission, I guarantee it. This next gentleman is super talented as well. He is my good friend Tyler Braden. This is called Love is a Dead-End Road on today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Saw
Thought it was finding someone that was just like me, wanting college football up on the big screen every Saturday all through fall. But no, love is a dead-end road. Thought it meant she'd pick a guitar, shoot pool with the boys in a smoky old bar room and throw them back without a second thought. But love is a dead-end road on the outskirts of our hometown, where the blacktop turns into gravel drive sounds. Pines line the river all the way to our house, where family and friends, they all gather around to see little bare feet take the very first steps. Talk about it over and over again, where you thank God it didn't turn out how you thought, where you got her hand on the hold. Love is a dead-end road. Thought I had it all planned out, who she'd be, where we'd be now, on a right or wrong turn. As it turns out, this old boy found that love is a dead-end road on the outskirts of our hometown, where the blacktop turns into gravel drive sounds. Pines line the river all the way to our house, where family and friends, they all gather round to see her high school love take my little girl's hand. White dress, wedding bells, and daddy's last dance, where you thank God it didn't turn out how you thought, where you got her hand to hold. Love is a dead-end road on the outskirts of our hometown, where the blacktop turns into gravel drive sounds. Pines line the river all the way to our house, where family and friends, they all gather round to tell daddy goodbye just one more time. See her safe for one hell of a life, where you thank God it didn't turn out how you thought. Oh, you thank God it didn't turn out how you thought, where you got her hand to hold. Love is a dead-end road. Love is a dead-end road.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
I love absolutely every single song they play.
This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music. I like the DJs.
There's even more to like.
I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
One of those cliches, true love at first sight. World stopped on a dime, started feeling butterflies. 2 years flew by, overnight it seems, as we've been building the life of our dreams. I see me and you down on one knee, the dress, the church, our whole family. See the house with the porch wrapped all around. Yeah, I see you and me with Saw the house with the porch wrapped all around. Yeah, you saw you and her with the baby on the way, letting her till you're old and gray. Saw your whole life spent in this town. The whole time you were seeing somebody else. Oh, I never saw you seeing somebody else. My mistake. My mistake.
Her name is Grace Tyler, and that is called My Mistake. Well, I never make a mistake when it comes to country music, do I, ladies and gentlemen? I push play, and it just gets better and better and better. That's right. That's how we work it here on KICR Indie Country Radio. If you would like to get your music on the program, you can send me an email of MP3s to indiecountryradio@yahoo.com. I will check it out, and if we like what we hear, and it's going to sound fantastic on this radio station, we'll push play on that as well. So be sure to send me those MP3s, indiecountryradio@yahoo.com. This next artist is from Springfield, Missouri, just north of Branson, where I'm broadcasting live. She is awesome, and her name is Dakota Hale. This is called Easily on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio. New Country's Best.
I simply can't resist your powerful charm. Makes me wanna take you in my arms. Your eyes, your smile, your voice captivate me heart and soul. It's tough keeping it to myself, but no one else can know. I could fall in love with you so easily. I'm right there on the edge secretly, but you're with someone and I am too. That's the cold hard simple truth, the one truth that may never set me free. I could fall in love with you so easily. I gotta learn to keep my feelings in check. Wouldn't wanna lose our self-respect. Your hand's not mine to hold. I remind myself once more. That's what I long for. I could fall in love with you so easily. I'm right there on the edge secretly, but you're with someone and I am too. That's the cold hard simple truth, the one truth that may never set me free. I could fall in love with you so easily. Had we met before our lives were all laid out, I believe we both know how it would have played out. But you're with someone and I am too. You can't be mine, and that's the truth, the one truth that may never set me free. I could fall in love with you. I think I'm falling in love with you. I could fall in love with you easily.
Hey everybody, this is Adam Grant, and you're listening to Today's Country with my good buddy Tim Kelly on KICR Indie Country and KUHSdenver.com.
Hey, I'm country.
Well, I've been stomped by bulls, damn near lost my cool. Well, I don't need no sympathy, all night riding intensity, come on. This misery in Texas gonna take its toll, send me on my way. Well, I've been somewhat cheated, just a little bit mistreated. I've been up and down, round and round tonight. When I leave here tomorrow, there'll be women, whiskey, and drinking on my mind. When I leave here tomorrow, there'll be women, whiskey, and drinking on my mind. To kill the pain and sorrow of a rodeo, I just can't call mine. When I leave here tomorrow, there'll be women, whiskey, and drinking on my mind. To Tulsa, there won't be no do-si-do. And I can't dance on Friday. Doctor says I've got to take it slow. When I leave here tomorrow, there'll be women, whiskey, and drinking on my mind. When I leave here tomorrow, there'll be women, whiskey, and drinking on my mind. To kill the pain and sorrow of a rodeo, I just can't call mine. So when I leave here tomorrow, there'll be women, whiskey, and drinking on my mind. When I leave here tomorrow, there'll be women, whiskey, and drinking on my mind. Women,
good friend Adam Grant from the state of Georgia. Women, whiskey, and drinking. Boy, that's a perfect song for a Friday night. Isn't it? Party kind of night. That's what we got going on here tonight, and lots of folks in our live chat room. We are having a good time. You can have a good time when you go catch Adam Grant in concert. Ropin' the Wind, a tribute to Garth Brooks. He is all over the state of Texas right now touring with that show. It is a fantastic program, and we talked about it in a live radio interview a couple of months ago, and I would definitely go see Mr. Adam Grant. He is fantastic, and he does a great tribute to Garth Brooks as well. Well, how about back-to-back Adams on the program? This is Adam Warner. It is called 4 Square Miles on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Of the heartland, the year 1954. An open cab John Deere and a hand-me-down Ford. 100 head of Chester Whites, 4 kids and his wife. Granddaddy was a simple man, and he loved the simple life. 4 square miles of home 65 on my way to LA. Thought I left that life behind, gonna make it big someday. Stars out there ain't half as bright as they make them out to be. Might be closer to the sunset, but ain't nowhere near as sweet as those 4 square miles of home, where the corn's knee-high by the 4th of July and the Embroil flows. And everything I know lies in 4 square miles of home. To those 4 square miles, those 4 square miles, those 4 square miles of home, where the corn's knee-high by the 4th of July and the Embroil flows. And everything I know lies in 4 square miles of home. Lies in 4 square miles of home. 4 square miles of home.
Hey y'all, it's May Estes, and you're listening to Tim Kelly on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Got a counter full of long stems that never seem to die. My favorite's the pale pink, but I'll settle for white. Lucky me, I'm drowning in Valentine's. At least once a week, you got a dozen in hand. Doing what you think makes you a good man. And I'll flash that fake smile once again. There's one for sneaking in too late at night, one for when sorry wouldn't make it right. A ribbon tied around your mistakes in a pretty vase, and we both know it, but we'll just call them roses. They'll be yellow when you're coming from the bar across town. That lipstick red we don't talk about. I'm waiting on a bouquet that comes without. One for every white lie that's left your lips. There's one for every broken promise I forgive. A ribbon tied around your mistakes in a pretty vase, and we both know it, but we'll just call them roses.
name is May Estes, and she is from Arkansas, Hope, Arkansas. She's a great great on the radio. She sounds fantastic. Found her on that great little app called TikTok. That's what I'm trying to say. And you can find her there as well. May is spelled M-A-E, May Estes, my good friend, and great song called Roses. The latest single from my good buddy Darren Morris with the Darren Morris Band from Gilmer, Texas is called She's Gonna Leave a Mark on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
She's an Alabama hallelujah, Mississippi River gonna roll right through you, an Oklahoma City twister. The second you kiss her, brother, hang on. Catch your eye like a lightning strike. It might even happen to you tonight. She'll put a perfume kiss on the edge of your collar, Sharpie on your wrist where she leaves her number. Second that she goes, man, you want to call her. Call yourself crazy, cause maybe you love her. You might get to hold her to your last day. She might be the one who got away. Either way, if you ever let her get a hold of your heart, she's gonna leave a mark. Funny how the minute you meet her, whiskey never tasted sweeter. You don't know it when you're dancing together. You're making memories lasting forever. She'll put a perfume kiss on the edge of your collar, Sharpie on your wrist where she leaves her number. Second that she goes, man, you want to call her. Call yourself crazy, cause maybe you love her. You might get to hold her to your last day. She might be the one who got away. Either way, if you ever let her get a hold of your heart, she's gonna leave a mark. She's gonna leave a mark. Sparks keep flying cause the feeling's electric. When you least expect it, she'll put a perfume kiss on the edge of your collar, Sharpie on your wrist where she leaves her number. Second that she goes, man, you want to call her. Call yourself crazy, cause maybe you love her. You might get to hold her to your last day. She might be the one who got away. Either way, if you ever let her get a hold of your heart, she's gonna leave a mark. She's gonna leave a mark. She's an Alabama hallelujah, Mississippi River gonna roll right through you, an Oklahoma City twister. The second you kiss her, brother, hang.
Nobody knows new country
like we know new country.
Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I got a 40-hour roll, burning a hole in my pocket. I got a jet black Chevy Silverado all set and it rolls like a rocket. Got the playlist, girl, you used to scroll through. Our room key hanging from my rear view, and a shirt of mine still smells like your perfume. Yeah. I'm gonna drive tonight, pedal to the floor, chasing down the miles that mama chased the good Lord. The memories of when we were together ended way too soon. I got the sun, the stars, the moon, but I ain't got you. And you kiss my neck, put your hand on my leg, make me swerve just a little. You get me going, going, we went slowing, slowing, down for anything. And if those white lines could turn back time and you'd be waiting on that beach, I'm gonna try tonight, pedal to the floor, chasing down the miles like mama chasing good Lord. The memories of when we were together ended way too soon. I got the song, the stars, the moon, but I ain't got you. But I ain't got you. Hoping, praying, thinking maybe, girl, you're driving too. I'm gonna drive tonight, pedal to the floor, chasing down the miles like mama chased the good Lord. The memories of when we were together ended way too soon. I'm gonna try tonight, pedal to the floor, chasing down the miles like mama chased the good Lord. The memories of when we were together ended way too soon. I got the song, the stars, the moon, but I ain't got you. But I ain't got you. Everywhere I've been, everything I see, ain't nothing like you. No, but I ain't got you. I got the whole world, I see it all, girl. It means nothing to me if I ain't got you.
They are making their radio debut on KICR Indie Country Radio tonight. They are the Brethren, and that is called I Ain't Got You. And I got 2 songs from them so far. Looking for another one to get them on a Triple Play Thursday show. And we're working on a radio interview with those folks as well. The Brethren, check them out all over social media. Check this next young lady out. Her name is Jenna Paulette. This is called Pretty Ugly on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio. New country's best on a finally Friday.
It was Sunday drive, blue sky weather. It was 2 names carved in a heart on a tree. It was him and me thinking it was gonna last forever. It was looking like a real deal diamond ring. Oh, I'm talking picture perfect Polaroid, put it in a frame. Oh, but it's looking like it's all done changed. Roses on the counter are wilted now. Nail holes where I took the pictures down. Right side nightstand looks a little bit dusty. Heartbreak makes it pretty ugly. Mascara running down a made-up face. Clouds rolled in, that always rains. It was beautiful up until he said he didn't love me. Heartbreak makes it pretty ugly. Usually a little more put together, but I can't quit wearing this worn-out shirt. Missing him still sitting front and center, and I can't even hide how bad it hurts. Roses on the counter are wilted now. Nail holes where I took the pictures down. Right side nightstand looks a little bit dusty. Heartbreak makes it pretty ugly. Mascara running down a made-up face. Clouds rolled in, that always rains. It was beautiful up until he said he didn't love me. Heartbreak makes it pretty ugly. Yeah, heartbreak makes it pretty ugly. Oh, I'm talking picture perfect Polaroid, put it in a frame. Oh, yeah, it's a damn shame. Roses on the counter are wilted now. Nail holes where I took the pictures down. Right side nightstand looks a little bit dusty. Heartbreak makes it pretty ugly. Mascara running down a made-up
New country sounds like this.
For one night in Tulsa, for one night in Tulsa,
and this.
And I want, yes, I want me a woman like that.
And this.
Remember me happy when you remember what was. Oh, but most of all, remember my love.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR Indie Country Radio.
When I walk down these busy streets, see memories like a tumbleweed rolling through every light. There ain't a bar I end up in, your voice don't haunt me like the wind blowing on some lonesome night. Ain't no place I can hide. Every corner that I turn, every sunset that I burn, every dirt road I go down, down, down. I smell your perfume, see your face, something whiskey can't erase. Swear that I can feel you here right now, and you're always hanging around. It's like I'm living in a ghost town. 2 a.m. ain't late enough, another shot ain't easing up the hard rain and the missing you. In every room inside my head, here beside me in my bed, you're right there. Ain't nothing I can do. Every corner that I turn, every sunset that I burn, every dirt road I go down, down, down. I smell your perfume, see your face, something whiskey can't erase. Swear that I can feel you here right now. You're always hanging around. It's like I'm living in a ghost town. Every corner that I turn, every sunset that I burn, every dirt road I go down, down. I smell your perfume, see your face, something whiskey can't erase. Swear that I can feel you here right now. You're always hanging around. It's like I'm living in a ghost town. Some old ghost town. Some old ghost town.
He is a former American Idol contestant, Tyler Booth. That is called Ghost Town. And that's going to wrap it up for this finally Friday edition of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly. Yeah, what a way to end the show right there. I want to thank Mr. Kevin Fullen for joining me tonight. We had a great time hanging out again on a great radio interview. If you missed everything, don't worry. Everything is recorded and it's going to be replayed on all of our syndicated stations this week as well. We appreciate each and every one of you guys as well. Today's Country with Tim Kelly is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like us there on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Have a great week, a great weekend, and I will see you on the radio. Good night, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield and down